Hello, Leo. Your weekly love tarot reading begins with a Four of Pentacles, a Ten of Cups, your power card, Strength, and a Two of Pentacles. If you're watching this reading, you're probably brand new to my channel, and every week I do a love reading for all 12 signs, but I always look at the other person in this connection. So let's pull for them. They have a Nine of Cups, an Ace of Swords, Emperor energy, card for Aries, and a Seven of Cups. What's the connection here? Honesty. Honesty, authenticity. At the bottom of the deck, you have that King of Cups. Wow. That's some nice energy also. Let's put them right over here. See if we can get them a little bit closer in. There we go. Beautiful. King of Cups energy, scorpionic energy. We're talking about the one who, maintains everything, in terms of their love connections, their relationships, the family. The King of Cups is the one who keeps the family together, holds the family together, oftentimes through sheer will, right? The shadow side, of course, of the King of Cups can be jealousy and possession, right? But we'll get back to that. We'll get back to that. Leo, let's begin with what's the connection here? Queen of Swords energy. And I do apologize for a static. If you hear any static, for some reason, my mic started staticking when I did your reading. So take that message as it resonates. But this reading is all about communication, right? Queen of Swords, she is the queen of authenticity and honesty. She's been through a lot. She's the queen that's exhausted on her throne. She's been through a lot of battles, a lot of mental sort of anguish, ups and downs, blows to her ego, questions, questions to her intelligence, right? Insults to her intelligence, all of those type of things that we think about, slights and things that really hurt her identity in a lot of ways. She's the one who's battled through all of that. And she brings with her an authenticity and an honesty. So right away, Leo, this connection here is all about sheer honesty, who you are and who they are. So let's talk about the energies that you come into, and then we're going to look at how you see each other, the relationship, possible outcomes, and of course, I'm going to be pulling plenty and plenty of clarifiers. But you and your person come in with Four of Pentacles. They come in with a Nine of Cups. You're trying to establish something. You're trying to lock something down, right? There's a feeling here that you're trying to lock down a kind of stability, right? A physical stability. We're going to get deeper. That may mean something like you locking down the way you live, apartment-wise, house-wise, whatever, but it's like a very physical manifestation of you wanting to sort of establish stability here. Your person coming in with Nine of Cups, they're just thrilled and happy. They're just happy. So let's see, because as we look ahead, we have a lot of nice, beautiful energy here, right? So let's see you first, okay? Show me more on this beautiful Leo's Four of Pentacles energy. I feel like you've already established a little bit of security, stability financially, work-wise, and now you're just kind of trying to solidify that. Show me more. Four of Cups, interesting, full energy. Uh-oh. Okay, let's see what your person says. I want to know more about your person because Justice and Two of Cups, a rebalancing. You may have been rebuffed before, okay? Leo, you may have been rebuffed before, or you may have rebuffed them. There's a Four of Cups energy here, which is like, just a disregard. Four of Cups is kind of like just not appreciating what somebody gives you or what somebody is offering you in love. Either you don't appreciate it, you don't want it, you don't need it. There's just a block there, right? There's no connection, and that can come for many reasons. And yet you have this desire here with the Fool to sort of take another leap of faith here. Try again. This may be an old love, Leo. I'm not sure, but we're going to go deeper. We're going to find out specifically. But here, your person is coming in with Justice and Two of Cups. It seems as though they may have recently gone through some kind of legal issues, some kind of either bureaucratic, legal, business, some kind of officialdom that has them over the moon. With that Nine of Cups, they're happy, they're satisfied. There's a level of contentment here with your person that perhaps they didn't have before, right? I'll move everything down a little bit. And I feel like it's almost as if they have room now for a connection, right? And so this already ties back to this authenticity here. There's a feeling here that your person may have been busy with something legally that has kept them from really living their life the way they wanted to. They're definitely welcoming in love, you know. Let me shuffle these for a second, and we're going to go on to how you see each other and clarify that. How do you see each other? Well, look at that. That's just love. You see them as the love of your life, you know. Ten of Cups, you see them as the love. You see them as the one you want to be with, marry, move in, whatever. You know, this is it. This is the one you want to have the rest, you know, you want to have the next however many years of your chapter, of this long chapter in your life with this person. They see you, they see, interesting, a whole new outlook. Ace of Wands is a whole new beginning, but it's also a whole new outlook, a whole new perception. Again, this speaks back to a feeling that this may indeed be an old connection that's getting back together, Leo. A reconciling connection, a connection that where both of you have gone through some life changes and you're looking back to each other again. Because Ace of Swords is new, and yet, you know, there's so much love here. You know, so much love and yet a new stage. I don't have this feeling that you just fell in love with somebody like immediately. You know what I'm saying? This Four of Cups definitely speaks to some history here. But let's get further. Let's go further and see. Okay, let me move my my king over here below that queen, because we're going to be moving on and getting many more cards. So let's see how you see each other. Let's see some more information on that. Ten of Cups. What's this soulmate energy here? Ten of Cups is beautiful. You know, that's the jackpot. You know, everybody's happy. The kids are happy. Five of Pentacles and a High Priestess. Interesting. When you see them, you see, you see, how shall I say it? You see a struggle. You see a little bit of a struggle here. And yet with this Four of Pentacles, it almost feels like you're wanting to come to the rescue a little bit here, Leo. Like you're wanting to come in with some help, some assistance. High Priestess is there. It feels as though you know something about them, but you're not telling them. High Priestess, keeper of secrets, you know. She can be very secretive. She's keeper of sacred knowledge. She's also very intuitive. She's the counselor who doesn't say anything. But yeah, Five of Pentacles. Listen, your person, if they're resonating high now with this justice, maybe this situation has rebalanced itself. You definitely know them from a time when things weren't so great. What do they see in you? Ooh, uh-oh, damn. Just like that, it goes sideways, Leo. Wow. Wow. What do they see? The two most toxic cards in the tarot. I'm not laughing at you. I'm just saying. Listen, Seven of Swords and Eight of Swords, what? Seven of Swords is the card for treachery and futility, and the Eight of Swords is the card for gaslighting and victim blaming. Victim blaming, victim sort of portraying, you know, playing and blaming, playing the victim, blaming the victim. What's going on here? I need to pull some more cards. I'm sorry. They see you with this treachery and this toxicity here. There was toxicity here before. They see you in a new light now, but they haven't forgotten. Ten of Swords. Wow, they haven't forgotten. Perhaps it's the end of that. Seven of Cups again. They really want it to be over. Okay? Listen, Leo, whatever connection you had here with this person, it was toxic at one point. Very, very toxic. Let's see if I can hold these cards all up. Very, very toxic. And that stage has to be over. Ten of Swords is the end. It has to be over for this dream to happen, right? There was definitely some messed up stuff that went down here between the two of you. But again, they come in now. This feels like this is how they still remember you. And there's worry here, I think. I think there's some worry, some concern. This definitely feels like a reconciliation, but a reunion, reconciliation, getting back together, trying one more time, whatever you want to call it. But your person is worried, because they remember all of this, and I think that. High Priestess is there. I think you know that. Give me one more. Yeah, Seven of Pentacles. You're trying to sort of really lock down what you've invested here with this person, right? I think that you remember this Seven of Pentacles feels to me like not only have you in this time that you have been away from each other, not only have you built yourself up and really sort of leveled yourself up financially, physically, etc., but I believe also when you see this person, you see value here that you've invested. Like that value is the history that you have with them. And it's like maybe at one point, either one of you or both of you were willing to walk away from that. But for some reason now, you've decided you're not willing to walk away from that. You've made an investment. You know the value of it. You've worked hard. You want the rewards of all of that history and time and energy and effort, the fighting and the good times. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it feels like a whole thing you're looking at here. And you're looking back, excuse me, on this connection and seeing, the value there, right? And so wanting to come back in, but your person concerned, nevertheless, they do want this. Look, Two of Cups, romance. Seven of Cups is a feeling. It came out reaffirmed here. Seven of Cups is really grand ideas. Let's put that on top a little bit. It's really grand ideas and wishes for the future. I think this person, your person, wishes these things, but I think they're very skeptical. They wish it, but they're not, they're not there with it. You know what I'm saying? They're not really, I think they realize the feeling I'm getting here and I'm hearing is like, yeah, it would be great if it's like that, but it's not going to be like that. That's what I keep hearing. It would be great, but I don't believe it. I'll believe it when I see it. I don't want to believe it and be let down again. That's that feeling here. And I feel that you know it. High Priestess, you know it. So whatever happened with this person, I feel like you know what it was, you know what needs to happen, and you know what went wrong. How do you guys see the relationship in your role in it? Well, strength is your card in the tarot, Leo. So you see yourself bringing your best version of yourself. And you are strength. You are one of the strongest energies in the zodiac, and you are all about mastering, see that static coming back. And I can't do anything about it. It's in my mic and it's just never happened before. So sorry. You are like coming in with this strength of self-mastery. That's what Leo is all about, trying to master his or her emotions and pride and anger and all of these things. This is why it can take oftentimes a while for a Leo to reach their full emotional maturity. Leos often reach their maturity quite late in life. You have at the opposite end your other sister fire sign, the Emperor. So you're dealing with somebody who's also a fire sign, Leo. Absolutely, some of you, or they have strong fire energy in their chart. In any case, you're bringing strength and they're bringing a desire for something new, a desire for a new territory here, new sort of a new empire, a new beginning, a new building, and yet they have that energy of the Emperor behind them. They want something new here with you, but they want something big, something grand. They're really thinking of like power couple shit, stuff like building a business together, building a life together. They have a lot of like heavy, Aries is also quite the dreamer and visionary. What flew out? There you go. Ace of Pentacles flew out. Yeah, that's what they want. A strong, solid, physical beginning, right? Too many cards flew there. I'm not going to take those. Strong physical beginning. Show me more though. And they're ready for it, but they're apprehensive. An Ace of Wands. What? Okay, here we go. Strength. Show me some more for Leo. Brand new beginnings, what they want. Yep. And you, wow. Yeah, you bring with you in this relationship, they see this relationship starting all over again. You see this relationship progressing very quickly. Queen of Wands is there. Queen of Wands is a survivor. And it's interesting that You would see the relationship and your role in it, not only as yourself, strength, energy, your power, but as Queen of Wands, which is also quite strong Sagittarian energy, Leo energy as well. The Queen of Wands is a survivor. And I feel like there's an aspect here of this relationship having endured, which is what is making you feel so strongly about it again. It's like after all this time, this connection has endured, and it's just making you feel like this is the one, right? What are your possible outcomes here? Well, we have a Two of Pentacles and a Seven of Cups. Well, for you, that Seven of Cups, well, first of all, for you was Two of Pentacles. Your person, that Seven of Cups came out earlier as a reaffirmation. Again, these dreams, this vision is there for your person. And for you with that Pentacles, you're there to do whatever you need to do to make it happen. You're going to be juggling jobs, juggling tasks, juggling responsibilities. You're there for it, though, because you want to do whatever is necessary to make this happen, right? This is a nice reading. This is a really, really nice reading. Let's pull your zodiac signs. These are zodiac runes. I like to pull these during the readings just to see what, zodiac signs you might be dealing with in your person. So some of you are dealing with a Taurus or somebody who has Taurus energy in their chart. Some of you are dealing with a Capricorn, okay? And some of you are dealing with yourself. You're dealing with another Leo, or perhaps somebody who has strong Leo energy in their chart. Wow, this is a pretty nice reading. Now, usually I say I'm going to go to the extended, but this time I'm going to do a little bit of the extended right here just to show you what it's like. We're going to go ahead and pull a couple more cards from a clarifying deck, as I would normally when I go to the extended. I'm going to just re-clarify all of this with a fresh deck here because there's some strong energy here. And I do wonder, how much of this is really like, how much of this heaviness here is really there? Is it, is it done? Is it over? How did this all come about with that Four of Cups anyway? So show me, let me get a couple of shuffles in. All right, let's get into it. King of Swords, 10 of Cups, 5 of Wands. There was a lot of competition here. There was a lot of competition, and there were multiple people here. You guys, when you were dealing with each other, there may have been some third-party energy, or one of you, or either both of you may have been dealing with multiple people in your life. Also, at the same time, there was a lot of battling here because you're both fire. Kings are always fire. One of you is very scorpionic. Leo, I suspect that might be you with that King of Cups there. You may have Scorpio in your chart, but you were the one who was like perhaps loving a little bit hard on the side. They were King of Swords. They were maybe a little bit too severe, too constricting. They may have been a little bit too uptight, or just requiring too much. Nevertheless, that was the source of this, right? But you come in Knight of Wands and kind of get rid of that, right? I feel like both of you grow up. This King of Swords and King of Cups was definitely in an immature state. What do you guys see in each other? Well, you see the 1111 card, and there's your moon to deal with this, right? So the 1111 soulmate card, you definitely see each other as soulmates. And you see each other as having a victory now with that 6 of Wands. There does feel like there's a victory here in you two getting back together. Nevertheless, moon energy shows up with that Knight of Pentacles. There's still a concern here about money and commitment. There's still a concern here either about money or commitment or being able to, stay the path. Stay responsible. Moon energy is there. I think that might have been what was the issue before. Show me some more. Yeah, the issue may have been a lack of commitment. The issue may have been a lot of what flipped over here. Four of Pentacles again. Yes, lack of commitment, instability financially, instability physically, right? That was definitely the issue before. And then there were issues about gaslighting, a lot of blaming. Perhaps Leo, either you or your person didn't have their act together. You know, you may have been having issues with jobs, and you may have just been having issues. You know what I'm saying? Just meeting each other at a time of life where you were immature and still acting out a lot. Both of you and your person, either of you or both of you. So the relationship now, though, Eight of Pentacles, you're willing to put the work in. You're happy. The sun comes out. Four of Cups again, and the fear. Are they going to accept you? Is there a walking away? Eight of Cups is there. Is there a walking away? Lovers. Nope. As long as you're honest with each other, as long as the two of you are honest with each other, you're willing to work. I keep hearing work. Are you willing to work? Are you willing to work? Are you willing to put the effort in? Are you willing to be dedicated? This is going to be a reconciliation that's not going to be easily achieved. And I will say you have that Queen of Swords again and that Four of Cups again. There's absolutely a feeling here that the only way this second go around, or who knows if it's the third or fourth go around, will get to that place with all of that, those dreams that you have there with that Seven of Cups for both of you, is if both of you are extremely honest, Queen of Swords, and willing to put the work in. Show me some Zodiac energy here. This is, put the work in. What do we have? Assertion. Yes, we have affair. There you go. That was the issue. Caution. Some of you are like, cautious? What? Yep. Two more. Show me two more. Affair. Control. And we have appreciation. So there you go. Venus and Leo. That's your affair right there. That may have been the issue. I saw that earlier with the two. Right. So this is what we do at the extended. We get a little bit deeper, and Venus and Leo. Yes. Either you had the affair, your person, or your person had the affair. Either both or both of you were seeing multiple people. There is caution here. There's also assertion and appreciation. Assertion and appreciation. So Sun and Aries, more Aries energy, and appreciation, Moon and Leo. So more Leo energy here. Right? Are you willing to appreciate each other? And are you willing to sort of, assertion is action. Are you willing to put that action in, that effort in? What are your animal spirits? We're going to pull two of those. Yes, appreciation is here. I think that's something that's coming in strong. For whatever reason, the two of you kind of dealt with your issues, dealt with your issues separately. Starfish, shark, and the deer. Starfish, beware of just, relying on superficial attributes and characteristics to get by in life. The starfish is a water animal spirit, of course, but reminds us that, if you want to have those deep connections with people, then you have to go deep. And you can't just be, the star. You can't just be like, oh, here I am on the scene and I'm on the scene and I'm great because, just look at me. There has to be more substance. Starfish reminds us to bring substance. Shark. The shark is all about energies and emotions that lurk beneath the surface and that aren't talked about. Resentments, feelings, that are there. They're there. Nobody's talking. Talk about them. All right. If there's things that need to be discussed to come out into the daylight here with this connection, please do so, because the shark reminds us that if you don't take care of those feelings lurking beneath the surface and handle them while they're still in your control, they will burst forth, and they'll burst forth out of your control. The deer is the mother, earth energy, and here we have nurturing and protection coming in. So the deer is all about protecting something new, protecting something that's been created, whether that is life or a project or a relationship or a connection, whatever that is. The deer is the quintessential earthy energy, earth animal spirit that is able to nurture, sustain, protect, and also allow room for growth. So just the perfect sort of mother Mother figure. All right, guys, this is it. Leo, this was your weekly love tarot reading, as well as an additional bonus extended reading, what I normally would do in the extended. Thank you so much. I hope it resonated for you. If it did, please like or subscribe or leave a comment. Any of those things really help me out. But besides that, I wish you and your cross watchers love, life, and happiness. And I hope to see all of you back on my channel next week for your weekly love tarot reading. Bye-bye now.